A New Zealand food story is brought to you by the Balance Farm Environment Awards.
The fish today is snapper. The oysters are from Timatuku Bay on Waiheke Island. What's the beef today, Josh?
Beef, we've got a Wagyu bavette, that's grade 7, and Wagyu deckle.
We've got a little special today. Fiordland crayfish out of Dusky Sound. Okay, it's going to be a snack. Corn's in season. It's going to be buried in the ash. A little corn mousse in the middle, a little medallion of crayfish. And then we've got the very first truffles of the season. And these are from Maureen Bins in Te Puke. So don't forget to tell everyone about those. They're super important. It's sort of like a great dish, this. We normally don't put two luxurious ingredients together, but today we're doing double lux for the guests. So don't be shy, guys, to really tell the story of these ingredients. Sweet as. He's been open for 18 months now. I'm super proud of what we've achieved. It's been very difficult, but very rewarding. But now I want to move on and discover what's next for this restaurant. We have to unearth more things in this country. I know they're out there. I know there's some amazing suppliers. How can I be the best I can be if I don't go visit these people? If I don't go learn from them, understand the ingredients? You can't find the answers to those questions in the restaurant, on the hotline, sweating your bollocks off, plating food every night. You have to get out there. So we're gonna. That's what we're doing.
An animal's life should be celebrated.
Took over a farm and pretty brave, or maybe stupid.
Hectic is probably the best way to describe it.
We're proud of what we do. It's awesome to be able to showcase it.
The story begins on a moody morning at the top of Lake Wakatipu. To be honest, I'm a bit nervous, but also excited to visit one of the last untouched places of New Zealand. It's a 4-day hike or a 15-minute chopper ride from Glenorchy.
We're heading into Fiordland to find out where our whitebait comes from. We're going to the Awarua River to meet Warwick Mitchell. This guy knows more about whitebait than anybody. So what's this valley here again?
So this is below us under the fogs, Lake Makero. That's the Hollyford through on the left.
Wow, look at this camp. Oh my God, that's so awesome. Oh my God, what a flight. Yeah, you like that?
It's so incredible to be here. Thank you for having us.
Cool. Good flight out of Queenstown?
Well, too easy. Phenomenal pilot.
Yeah, do a great job, eh?
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah. Were you nervous?
I was actually a little bit nervous.
You were?
Yeah.
That's because the weather was blowing through. Now it's cleared up to a beautiful day.
Yeah, we nailed it.
As. You happy?
Yeah, I'm
happy to be here?
Yes.
You want to go check out the camp? You good? You good now? You good? You good?
The first thing that hits me is the change of pace. It's peaceful here. Awarua is totally off-grid, using solar power and a fire that burns all day long. As a chef, it can be a loud, high-pressure life, so the next few days will be interesting. It's an early start as we race the tides, which dictate the day here. And looking from the west coast out to the Tasman Sea, it's apparent this place isn't all about whitebaiting.
Pretty much have no idea where I am or where we're going, but let's go and see what we can find. Turbo smaragdus.
Turbo smaragdus, is it?
Common cat's eye. You don't want to eat the gut sack, but the foot's actually quite nice. And as you can see, they have 1, 2, 3 whorls.
Turbo smaragdus.
Yeah, whirl at a time. Here we are, Ben. What do you reckon?
Yes.
A little bit of muscle action.
Oh, they're great size, aren't they?
The big mission here is not to disturb the bed, so you're really looking to take ones that are sitting out on their own.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, if you're breaking the bed, you're breaking their protection. The more you break the bed up, the more you loosen it. The next swell that's going to come along is going to take them away, you know. These ones up here would be really good, you know.
Awesome, sounds great.
Yeah, sounds cool, eh? Whoa! Barrel. Couple of fatties, Ben.
Mussels are one of, if not my most favourite shellfish. Humble, but so tasty. These are smaller than commercially grown mussels, but they are delicious, cheap, and great meat recovery. After collecting the mussels, we head back along the Pounamu-laden beach with cicadas in full voice to see what attracted Warwick's whānau here all those years ago.
This is where my mum's whitebait stand was here, and when we were little kids, she had a little school shed there for us right there. And we'd do schoolwork and fishing. Yeah, really cool. What are those cameramen like that you're working with?
They're nice guys, actually.
Are they? Really nice, yeah, they seem nice. Okay, these are the whitebait stand here, and registered stand, goes in the river, third of the river wide, perpendicular to the bank. Yeah. As we know, whitebaiting is goes hand in hand with Kiwi culture.
Yeah.
So there are some really wonderful people I know throughout New Zealand, but here as well, that are very in tune with whitebaiting.
Yeah.
Ian Dobson, one of my best mates.
Yeah.
He's 76 years old. He's on whitebait season 155.
We're originally going to come here in the whitebait season, but with, you know, restrictions and stuff, we weren't allowed out of Auckland. So,
yeah.
I mean, the connection here is the whitebait, really. But
that's right. Yeah.
We've arrived here, and there's a heck of a lot of things to do.
Going on. Yeah. Yeah.
It's a bit of a sensory overload. What's your favourite part about living here?
Hands down, it's just the interaction with the environment. I'm trying to like figure out how to do things so that they kind of happen harmoniously. We're actually never after the biggest catch bag full of kaimoana.
Yeah.
We just like knowing that it's there, and we just like a taste. Rolling with the tides and just checking out all this beauty that's around us. It's actually enough.
It's clear there's a lot more to Woz than meets the eye. He's just so zen. He has a degree in marine science, and it turns out he is a professional chef too.
Here we are.
We get cracking on what is now my most favourite whitebait dish. We've been using Awarua whitebait for a few years at Ahi now. It's so fat and clear. In my opinion, it's the best in the country. The flour is important here as it soaks up the water from the fish and helps it to go further. It also provides a beautiful crispy texture. Some chives from the garden as Woz stokes the fire. The flowers look good and taste delicious. On a hot pan goes a knob of beautiful New Zealand butter. Then into the fire.
Cooking with gas is best. Cooking with fire is one step above. One step further, one step better. Do you reckon? Does ahi mean fire?
Yeah, ahi means fire.
Oh, that's cool, eh?
Yeah. We always finish fish with lemon, but you have to caramelise that into the butter, right? So the sugars in the lemon juice go sweet, and you have this like sweet sour vibe going on.
So good. Woo! Pretty good. No. Come during the whitebait season and we'll do this every other day.
Yep, amazing. I've actually had a little sneaky taste, but you know, people throw around New Zealand dishes like, what is a New Zealand dish? But this could be like a truly New Zealand dish.
Yeah, it is unique, isn't it, for sure. Come whitebait season, everybody's keen to get their first taste, you know?
Yeah, 100%.
Patty on a white bread sandwich. Love it. That's Kiwi food, eh?
Tell me your story. So you grew up in this place?
Yeah, we were raised here as kids, and we were very young, obviously. I don't really remember when we started whitebaiting. We'd just go down the path with Mum and Dad, and that's what they did. And Dad came down here in about 1965. Mum had graduated university in Melbourne.
Yeah.
She was hiking the Hollyford Valley with a bunch of friends, and they met in the Hidden Falls hut. Yeah.
How did they actually end up here, though?
Dad came for a little holiday to check it out, and
he was like, well,
loved the area. And the guy was like, hey, you helped me out. I'm pretty keen to move on. Would you like a whitebait stand? And now I've been whitebaiting for 55 years.
Jeez, it's amazing.
Yeah, we had horses here when we were kids. That's my sister riding the horse. They were used for wild venison recovery. Yeah, these guys, the chopper boys, these guys are unsung heroes of the venison industry and aviation. Here, look at this. Unfortunately, up to 1982, 17 helicopter pilots and shooters were killed, 40 pilots and shooters were seriously injured, 136 helicopters were badly damaged, and that was in 6 years. Nobody had flown helicopters like these guys had flown. As a result, New Zealand came up with some of the best helicopter pilots in the world. So as you experienced, the helicopter flight here is really, really amazing. It gives you a really good look at the area and the landscape and see how vast these mountains are and how vast this wilderness is. It really gets us back involved with the environment. So it's great to have you here. Thanks for coming.
Such an honour, mate.
Coming up, I climb a tree, jump in the Tasman and head further up the wild west coast. The native bush surrounding this remote location is majestic.
I tell you to be in touch with the inner child. This is where we used to hang out.
It's totally untouched, with civilization 4 days away. I've honestly never experienced anything like it.
Come check this out, Ben. Keen? Yeah. Go, brother. I'll show you up here, man. Woo.
This is awesome.
This is us in the tree together now,
This is amazing.
This is us hanging out in a tree. Life's cool, eh?
So people come up this tree, check the surf.
Yeah.
What a tree the Remu is, eh?
As I'm up a tree, contemplating how on earth we are going to get back down, it dawns on me how important it is for me to come here. Opening a packet of Awarua whitebait will never be the same again. I've felt the sun, smelled the air, been bitten by sandflies and climbed a tree, and this gets you inspired.
This is the bark of a miro tree, or sashimi of crayfish, or some raw venison carpaccio. Just enhance it. I think I'm so inspired by this kidney fern that I really want to recreate this shape, something that we could peg together and fill it. You know, it could be raw crayfish or anything, and a customer back at Ahi could take it out of this. Could be all sitting in here like this, you know. You know, I could come to the table and the guests come in and reach in and eat with their hands, and it would give the ingredient a sense of place.
It's my last night here in Awarua, and Woz has taken me to a secret spot. You can literally swim out 15 metres and, as Woz said, get a small taste of kai moana. The ultimate way to eat kai moana is straight from the ocean. Pure ocean protein.
Big fat kidder. It's going to be for our breakfast tomorrow. Oh, it's been time for life now.
It's clear to see that Woz has been breaking down crayfish since he was a boy.
Cut them through above the anus. Going around a circle. Like that. Do it properly. The anus tube should come out. This here is a delicacy in no countries that I'm aware of.
And when it comes to sashimi, simple and fresh is best. All you need is astringency from the wasabi, salt and umami from the soy, and acidity from the lemon.
Gonna go finger food or fork?
Can we just go finger food?
Oh, it's natural, isn't it?
The key is just to eat it all in front of the crew.
As quick as you can. I think we did really well earlier with the whitebait.
Wow. And in the pot, some wild green lip mussels.
They're actually a really special seafood, you know? If you're a little bit hungry, you can always get a little bit of mussel. If nothing else, you get a bit of food. And
yeah, great nutrition.
As an ode to the chopper boys, some wild red deer backstrap was got from up in the bush. No chopper required, but when it comes to protein, it's the healthiest meat you can find.
Are you happy with those?
Yeah.
What a great sign-off spot.
It's incredible. Isn't that amazing, yeah?
I feel ready to go back to the restaurant. I'm looking forward to going back.
Oh, nice.
But I'm going to miss you.
Okay. Miss you too, Ben.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers, buddy.
To us.
So good. So good, eh?
Before I head back to Auckland, I head up the west coast to a one-of-a-kind dairy farm in Hokitika. Sitting right between the rugged west coast and towering mountains with fertile soils and high rainfall and sunshine, it seems nature has created the best dairy farming conditions in the world, and this makes the best butter. Hokitika is home to West Gold, who have been churning cream the old-fashioned way for 125 years, creating the most amazing golden butter. Their butter is an everyday staple in our restaurants. Dairy farmer Paul Clement and his family moved here from Canterbury a year ago. and there are still surprises around every corner.
I mean, you can see Mount Cook right there. Phenomenal. New Zealand's highest mountain, New Zealand's most beautiful beach, New Zealand's most beautiful bush. You're right in the thick of it.
We are, yeah. Yeah, and a lot of those things, we didn't even know Mount Cook was viewable from here when we purchased the farm, eh? So that was a bonus we discovered in the first couple of weeks.
I mean, do you reckon the salt air has an effect on the animals?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know exactly what's in it, but a lot of people supplement their animals with salt.
Your farm here seems to be like boutique, like small, old school. I mean, how many animals do you milk?
So we milk 200 cows here.
Yeah.
We're self-contained, so we graze and look after all our young stock right from birth till when they come into the milking herd as well. Part of the beauty of the scale is there's lots of time for family. You know, I can finish milking on a morning like this morning and come down here and join the kids at the beach or join in the other activities that we get up to on the farm.
You got 3 kids and your wife, Abby?
Yes, we've got 3 kids, yeah.
Do the kids love living here?
Yeah. We were pretty brave, or maybe stupid, when we first got here, because we took over a farm and we had a new baby and we got a new puppy and everything else that comes along with that.
It was 3 children, 1 puppy, and 200 calves. No, was it 100 calves? 100 calves for a bit. And I went a little bit insane, but it's a lot better now. I have been able to step back off the active farm since the calving finished, but before then I had to look after all the calves.
As well
as all the children.
It's refreshing to see a small farm focused on quality and family. It definitely mirrors the values that are important at Ahi. Up next, I go back to school.
What's my job?
Follow me.
And learn what not to do when standing behind a cow.
Oh my God.
On the South Island's west coast, the rugged and wild country gives way to natural beauty. And my next stop is just 25 minutes inland.
The variety of farming in Hokitika is incredible. From the beachfront right up into the Hokitika Gorge. This is the bluest river I've ever seen. Imagine this running through your farm.
One of those farms is run by Scott Thornley, but the next generation of West Coast dairy farming is his son, Hunter.
I'm rolling now. What do you got to say?
Nothing much.
Nothing much? So what do I got to do? What's my job?
Follow me.
Follow you?
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah.
That's easy.
Yeah.
Let's do this. So this is your job every day?
Not every day, but most days.
Yeah. You like it?
Yeah, pretty fun.
You want to race?
I don't know.
Hunter is 13, and as I'm on the quad, I'm reminded of my trips to my uncle's farm in Te Kuiti, and always wanting to be a farmer.
So is it going down?
It seems I still have a lot to learn.
That one, for that one, and...
Down? Oh, yeah. Nice.
Yeah, down.
Where do you want me, over here? Okay. The girls are like, oh, it's bloody late.
With the blue waters of the Hokitika River running through the farm, it's easy to see why these animals are stress-free and produce some of the best milk.
Where are the cows going next, buddy?
To the dairy.
Is she always last?
Yeah.
331 is his favourite cow, and Hunter's known this cow since it was a baby. And that's the one he's patting, he's always up there with it, and they always hang it back together. The last one's through the gate.
Up, up, up.
Back at the dairy with Scott, it's time to show off some of my milking skills.
How's it going?
Yeah, good yourself. Come to help.
Yeah, your boy Hunter's a legend.
Oh, he is, isn't he? He's awesome. Right, come up in front, bend that over.
So I'm going to hang this one up.
Yeah, you come around, swing around to your left. That's it, and into the skill here. Okay, so release that, yep. So hold underneath. And just to make sure that they milk, you pump the tail 3 times. Boop, boop. Yep. Boop. and then yeah, you can move on to that one.
So this one here?
Yep.
Very dangerous in here.
You're at eye level.
Eye level. So
You're not a farmer until one of these has gone on you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't plan on being a farmer today.
Yeah.
Right in the danger zone.
You always look up.
Yeah.
Yes, no, you always look up. Yep, she's good. Oh, you've got a lot of these girls, they look like Frisians and that, but they have got crossbred in them. Jerseys will produce more butterfat, Frisians produce more protein.
Yeah.
So we've got the best of both worlds, really. What? You're nearly a farmer.
Oh my God.
Geez, at least you'll have a job if you ever leave the food industry.
I'd love to do this for a living.
That's a lifestyle, eh?
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I'm envious of you. I love my life too.
Yep, yep.
But there's just something about farming that I just...
There's a lot. I don't feel it's as much pressure. It's a lifestyle with family, especially.
Yeah.
If you've got your family with you at your job.
Yeah, it's amazing, right?
It is. Yeah.
So you got your other family, your animals.
Yeah, they are. Well, they're more than a number to us.
Well, I didn't become a farmer today. Maybe next time. But now it's time to try the spoils of my labour.
So it's only a couple hours old.
I've been looking forward to this all day.
So can you drink milk from the supermarket?
Personally, I don't. I don't like it because it's had all the cream, everything taken out of it and been pasteurised. This is just pure farm milk. When we were kids, what we used to do is they didn't have these silos. They had the open silos, the tanks with the lids on top. We used to go over with Mum and Dad when they were milking, turn the agitator off and wait about an hour, scoop all the cream off the top and you have it on porridge in the morning.
Oh, so good.
Oh, that's outstanding.
It's got that real amazing mouthfeel to it, that sort of aroma.
Yep. Now you compare that to town milk.
Man, that's so good.
Can't beat it, eh?
Can I have some more?
Yeah, go for it. Oh, I forgot to tell you about that. Sorry.
Hopefully you got that. Did you guys get that? Yeah, I got that. That's what happens when you bring a townie to the farm. Anyway, it's worth it. It's bloody delicious. Yeah, buddy. Thank you. Keep you around, eh? Well, Hunter's been a great teacher. Thank you, buddy, looking after me. I mean, the farm's beautiful. Look at the location of it. It's just phenomenal. Flat land that meets the beautiful native forest and the Hokitika Gorge, the blue water. I mean, this has got to be one of the best places for farming in the country.
My time on the West Coast has been unforgettable, but now it's time to get back to the restaurant and put all this inspiration onto a plate.
A big part of the New Zealand food story is actually travelling to these places, visiting our whitebait fishermen like Warwick, putting our feet in the river that the whitebait swims in. And from there you draw inspiration from the surroundings and from the ingredients. So in Fiordland we found the epiphytes in the surf tree. We found the moss on the ground. We found a leaf that's very similar to the kidney fern that's super delicious. All of those things surround the Awarua River where the whitebait is from. And then we'll put a dish together, also inspired by how Woz cooked the whitebait. You know, he cooked it over the fire in a pan. We've done it in a sieve to get a light smoke flavour. And then everything we love about a whitebait fritter, the crispiness of the bread, the creaminess of the mayonnaise. We even put Woz's chives into this dish. Try to really close the loop on the ingredient, the people, and then how we serve it at ahi.
Next time on A New Zealand Food Story, we head inland to Canterbury on the hunt for wild wallaby, roll in the hay with my toughest crowd yet, and take a walk in the high country with some young cadets.